Hey Summer, how's it going? I'll just be a bit longer. Well, just a moment or two. Spamming some links everywhere. Today's probably going to be a bit of a short stream. Hey Joe, how's it going? So, yeah, obviously, here I am streaming at an earlier time now. My D&D games have started again. Okay, that's everything. Hi Amanda. So, Nolas, STG, you're able to set up channel points, stuff on your channel despite not being an affiliate. Then they retroactively made it so only affiliates can have them. Boo earns. Boo earns. Okay. Oh, yep. Obviously, since last week I was streaming something that wasn't Phoenix Wright. I'll just have to switch the feed out so it's doing that. Oh, nice. I had quite a time passing the theory for my driving test myself. Namely because I basically passed it first time as soon as I could, but then I basically didn't get around to taking my full test and let that expire. Okay, so while that's loading, fun anecdote. Basically, window, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Oops. Selected the wrong window. Okay, and I'll just retcon that out of existence. Game capture. Okay, done. Let's make that a bit bigger. Let's put me in front of it. Alrighty. Oh, you can already drive a car. Oh, here you can theoretically drive a car. Oh wait, yeah, sorry, I see what you did there. I'm a bit slow today. I mean, to be fair, Nolas, it is literally the theory of driving a car, so there's that music. Okay, so our sound level's okay. Okay, yep. Okay, good. Let's continue then. I have no idea what I was doing. English isn't your first language. So, I think well, at least in the UK, it's called a theory test here as well, for what it's worth. February the 23rd, detention centre, visitors' room. Looks like Miss Guy is in questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How do you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine? How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say they'd arrested a suspect in the police department murder? Let's come back later. Oh, yep, they arrested a suspect, so let's just see who their suspect is. February the 23rd, police station, criminal affairs department. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Wow, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. It makes my head hurt. Well, first things first. Let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead, set on investigating. But don't mess up, or we could wind up dead. No less. You're completely on board with it being a weird British thing, which apparently it is. It's kind of weird, a weird word for it, because theory is all sciencey and fancy and stuff. And you don't often think of driving as like a whole science or whatever. To be fair, I think it's theory in the sense of what's written down. Although this does actually suggest that the practical driving exam should be called praxis driving exam. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. February the 23rd, police department entrance. It's even busier here than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. No less, like I have a PhD in driving cars and whatnot. To be fair, that is technically, to be fair, you do have to have some pretty advanced qualifications for some vehicles, so who knows? So, the evidence room. The scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk. Here it is. She's like a kid in an amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Okay, guard station. February the 23rd. Evidence room entrance, guard station. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. No less. Rose-coloured corrective lenses, still can't get over it. To be fair, it actually is implied that those are actually the glasses she uses for, what's the stuff she sprays over? Luminol. Instead of actual corrective lenses. And again, it being her, they're probably prescription as well. So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime. It sure seems that way. Oh! What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. I too find it hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. Basically, she's really wants to be a crime scene investigator, so she buys luminol with her own money. It's a game mechanic. Joe, you did have to learn calculating how much time you would need to stop the car if an elk runs in front of the car or something. Oh, calculate, eh? Here, you just have to remember. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Okay, nice hat. Yipes, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. No clues here. Drinking on the job? Tut tut. It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says, recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. No clues here. No clues here. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. You're vaguely aware you're supposed to keep one car length between you and the car in front for every 10 miles of speed. But I don't think that came up in your driving test. You just learnt it from Everyone Loves Raymond. That's fair. Here I think it's no wait, it's 1 car's distance. No wait, here it's 2 cars distance. Wait no, actually it's a 2-second gap. So you adjust it based on your speed. And it has to be a 4-second gap in something like rain or snow. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What's that called again? A punchy, a paunchy, a pinchy... I know, a poochie. Nope, Poochie had to go. His home planet needed him. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Okay, already seen that one. Texas. This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Poochie always reminds you of the dog from Yoshi's Island. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch. I'd say it'd be more of a yar myself. Well, I made that parrot shout sound like a... Look, on the floor, a lasso. Looks like he set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Okay, so... wonder if this guy's still, That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. I know, the killer used dry ice. If you put it between the latch and the door, the room can be sealed shut. This is good. I'll win a writer's award for sure. He's not writing a report, he's writing a novel. Fair enough. Right. Nothing at the detention centre. Slide. Let's see if Edgy has anything to say. February the 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Wow, this place is classy today as it was yesterday. And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. No less. I'll just set a ladder on the ground, and when somebody steps in the centre, it'll magically draw closed and pull them off their feet. And it'll even draw closed around their ankle, and not just close under their foot and catch nothing. Well, you never know. Maybe there's an indent in the floor you can't see. I guess we'll have to come back. Okay, nothing here then. Ooh. Didn't think that through. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. You idiot, what are you thinking? Where's your head? Sir, it's right here, sir. I guess he wasn't saluting, he was showing the detective where his head was. They make a good pair. That must be the chief of detectives. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Detective killed in the evidence room? Tell no one outside the police department. No, I told that old lady at the restaurant everything. Someone's getting a demotion. So this is the police mascot, is it? The Blue Badger, the future star of the police force. The design's a little changed from the one outside. Well, the Dancing Blue Badger trademark is still under development, you see. You have it trademarked? Absolutely. It's cutting-edge stuff. Very now. I showed this doll here to my daughter and she burst into tears. Which is, of course, how all children should react to police officers. Don't show her the moving mock-up outside then. You'll give her nightmares. These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I'd expect. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. I'm not even sure what it is, Joe. I think they just called it a badger. Oh, speaking of badger, how's it going? No less. How is Sonic a hedgehog? Good point. Joe, it has a badge like a police badge. You just got that. Oh, that's good, Badger. Okay. Okay, for some reason the mail app just opened on my computer. Right. Yep, that's Bread. Yep, that's Bread Badger from TV Tropes, no less. Alright, Badger, this is Nolus from TV Tropes, going by the cunning alias of Nolus. Okay, I need to work out where Cowboy Guy is. I mean, I know he has a name, but... Well, where should we begin? Oh, well, isn't it obvious? We should begin with that, you know, the thing. The mystery of the victim, I guess. How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in 2 places simultaneously? Oh, well, you see... We should go to the police department. The evidence room, was it? I'm not being very useful here, am I? No, you're being very... helpful. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I know you're going through a tough time, Webby. What with all those rumours? You're even in the defendant's chair just this past December. Poor Edgeworth. There was that business with him not reading the officer's report.
About the killing at the police department, right? The chief of police was right about that. But I can't help but think someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth.
Ah, she has a name on her bottle of luminol.
Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Emma Sky. Don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go.
Well, you never know when something might go down.
Just what kind of world do you think we live in?
Okay, it has to be said. If this was actually America, Emma Sky would vote a young Republican. What do you think about this? The SL9 incident is written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? Emma Sky, no less. Because she literally carries around... She's literally prepared for a violent murder at every turn. Really? And that knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transfer the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet.
Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Could you take a look at this?
You?
Yes?
You said you wanted some hot tea, right?
No, but thanks. She didn't even look at it.
You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get a rich flavour like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it. So that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite. No less. Or a lefty who's ready to witness a murder that the cops won't investigate. Yeah, that's fair. Good praxis.
The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time.
That's about as red as a sports car can get.
Yep, it's pretty red alright. The body was found in Edgeworth's car trunk, and the lock on the trunk was broken too. So the question is, why did Miss Sky choose his car?
So what model car is it?
I think it was called a sedan or a coupe, something like that. I don't know the breeds of cars, Emma. I'm gay.
Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things.
Again. Maybe it's about time I got my driver's license. B block is through there. That's where visitors park.
So, Miss Star climbed over this fence?
It seems so, yeah. That fence is 9 feet high at least.
Well, no time like the present. I think I'd like to give it a little try. Yeah.
It's okay. Don't cry. Maybe there's a Lunchland Olympics team.
No less. If she was a Republican, it'd be a gun she was carrying around hoping to get to use. Yeah, that's fair. Sorry, the chat on my phone disconnected. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors.
Defense attorneys are relegated to B block.
I dreamed for the day when I'll be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright.
I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon.
Poor Phoenix, he doesn't get any respect.
So this is the famous oil drum.
Well, no time like the present. I'll try to kick it over myself. Hee-yah! Channeling Miss Piggy.
That's okay. Don't cry. That Lana Sky must be one strong woman.
Next you'll hear that Lana Sky is going to be villain in the next Resident Evil. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works.
Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching.
I can't hear anything. My ears. No, my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure.
What's she babbling about?
Hey, what'd you just say?
See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken.
Look, a door. This must mean something.
I'm not sure that doors mean anything.
No, it won't open. A mysterious lock.
I fail to see what's mysterious about it.
Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more.
Let's finish our investigation first, shall we?
So that's where Miss Star saw the incident from.
You can probably see quite a lot from up there. That probably means she wasn't lying when she said she saw Miss Sky stab him. Where's the security guard anyway?
Well, this is something I just heard. But apparently he went out to buy coffee for Miss Star.
That woman is a force to be reckoned with.
Aha! A ladder!
That's a step ladder.
What's the difference? In scientific terms, please.
Scientific, huh?
Look at the basic nature of the thing, Mr. Wright.
This all seems so horribly familiar somehow.
This is where the cars leave the lot.
The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance.
Background music is reminding you of something, trying to put your finger on what. I think it's the same background music the entire series uses, so that might be it.
Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose.
Aha! The theory of relativity.
What?
I've got to write this down. Ah! Hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know. Was Mr. Relativity German? Or was he British?
Mr. Relativity. Are you sure that was his name?
Okay, nothing here then. Some computer game runner, you think? Treasure Seeker series, maybe? Just kind of similar noises and similarly upbeat. Oh, fair enough. The Blue Badger is still driving around today.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department's been dancing around like crazy since yesterday.
Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. Sorry, but this girl is most definitely a cop. Oh, I can drag around the magnifying glass until I find something to interact with. Right. You wish Jumpstart 3rd grade worked on your computer, had cool word games in it, and you miss all the old edutainment games, some beanies and all that. They were cool. Yeah, I remember my school had one called Aliens in Our Food. That was supposed to teach about proper food hygiene. Oh wait, let's just steal something from Edgeworth's desk.
A work desk. It's quite tidy as one might expect.
What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished, so high I can see my own reflection.
Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe?
Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir.
Don't. He'll sue you.
He won such a prestigious award. Why'd he just leave it on the couch?
Yeah, you'd think he'd want to show this thing off more than that giant steel samurai. Then again, Edgeworth has always been like that.
Really? Hey, should I write this down? Tell me what he was like as a kid.
Back in elementary school, he won awards for all sorts of things. Speech contests, essays, playing the flute, golf tournaments.
That doesn't exactly sound like typical elementary school stuff.
But he always hated receiving awards. He'd make some smart remark like,
I know the path I've walked. No one else needs to tell me.
That's how it's always been.
Nolus, you got an oldish Oregon Trail game from a thrift shop that works. Wonder if anyone will be up for watching that. Doubt you'd scrape up enough people to name all the characters after, though. Well, you never know until you try. Kind of gets under your skin, doesn't it? Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa.
Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap.
I bet he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Well, I see and appreciate the Boulevard of Broken Dreams reference. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow.
I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working.
I bet in the morning he has sofa hair until creases in his cheek from the seams. He's so cool.
Sofa hair is cool.
Don't deny it, Phoenix. Don't deny it. Wow, his jacket's even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket.
Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it.
I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture.
She's getting way too excited about this.
My, what an amazing bouquet.
No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy, I've heard that name somewhere before.
And here beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one.
Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy.
Red and blue chess set. Never seen that for some reason. And yes, you're right, Joe. Phoenix definitely dreams of Edgeworth. Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée?
I don't think so. Namely because he's me.
Hey, a chessboard.
I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot.
The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn.
Huh?
Those horses are mounted on knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Edges. Surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. No, it's nothing.
Whoa, these are all case files. They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder.
Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights.
He must have someone get them for him. So does Gumshoe actually do any detective work, or is he just Edgeworth gopher?
Strange. Why'd I picture Detective Gumshoe?
He must study this case report so closely. He's so cool.
You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder.
Whoa, what a view. It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor.
I guess you would feel important.
Incidentally, were you to jump out of this window, the speed at the time of impact would be... Got it. Approximately 70.71 miles per hour.
That's handy to know.
Oh hey, we can work backwards from that and use it to work out what Phoenix Wright's weight is. Ooh, cute. What a pretty tea set.
I get more for the instant tea bags myself.
Amazing. The drawer below it is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavour. Look at this roll blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction.
There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far.
And that's how you know Phoenix is American. Okay, nothing here then. I had one of these up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cough-up queen, right?
We found this ID card here in this parking lot.
Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's.
But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department.
That's impossible.
I wish I could be so sure. Could you take a look at this?
Okay.
A body with Edgeworth's knife stuck in it was found in Edgeworth's car.
I think he owes me his gratitude.
Gratitude?
Why, if I hadn't witnessed the crime, Mr. Edgeworth would have been the suspect.
I wonder.
Still, it's strange. Why didn't our chief prosecutor have her own murder weapon ready? Yep, I'm officially lost. It was when I grabbed the chief prosecutor on the shoulder. She dropped that phone on the pavement.
That's when you heard her talking about the muffler, right?
Little did I know, it was a trap. The red car's muffler and the prosecutor's red muffler.
What was Miss Sky really trying to say, I wonder?
If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guardroom. Okay. Oh, hey Nick, how's it going? You have redeemed hydrate and posture. Okay. Thanks for that. Oh yep, finally reading your notes of the game that's in... One hour and 40 minutes. Good job. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guardroom. But even I get flustered sometimes. I'm sure it'll be fine.
So you went straight to the scene of the crime?
I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't even the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time.
That time?
Okay, it's time for that day. It's that time of the stream again. In Nolus's case, your party's been stuck in a dungeon for weeks in real life, and they're just going to be getting to the end of it. Nothing like a good dungeon crawl. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed.
Executed?
Yes, the criminal got what's coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. So they executed him on indecisive evidence.
What? But the criminal was executed, right?
On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen. Others found themselves out of a job. Nolus. Hello, American. Yeah. And you were one of those? Oops, spilt my tea. Myself and one other person you know well.
Wait, could it be?
Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. Stream's dropping 9 out of 10 frames for you, even though the audio is steady. Sorry about that. Hang on. Okay, skip frames detective, 82% over the last 2 minutes. Oh yeah, I am dropping a few frames. That's odd. Don't know if my connection's just being weird or what. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over. He was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I.
You haven't forgotten SL9?
There was another side to that case. A hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait! Those lunches you sell. There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate.
Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have, anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence.
There has to be a connection. So, Rookie.
What?
It seems like you're serious about investigating this case.
Yes?
Then you should take this.
Salisbury steak lunch.
I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Steak lunch received from Miss Star. Received from Miss Star. Excellent for putting Officer Marshall in a good mood. Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he are you his... Are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases. He was so nice. Nick. The stream is now very frozen for you, Nolus. I have got a notification saying there's a few skipped frames. Ah, yep, we're in the middle of an investigation. And constantly missing leads. Constantly. Yeah, I did drop a few frames, but I don't think I dropped too many. Just check. Okay, it's saying it's good again. I think it might be my connection. It keeps dropping below 2,500 kilobits per second. Joe, someone needs to hug Emma. You hate having a single pass to the end, Nick. Just consider yourself lucky I didn't decide to go investigate a rogue. Anyway, a long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then.
This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective.
But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Entirely likely it's just your computer. To be fair, I am having some issues, no less.
Officer Jake Marshall.
Okay, we have the bribe. Let's go. Oh wait, let's just see what she says about this. You'll give that to Jake like I asked, won't you? You and Officer Marshall, are you going out? Okay, that just repeats that. February the 23rd. Police Department entrance.
This place is charged with frantic energy, as always.
Please. Huh? Wasn't that...
One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's not the time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. Why really needs a steak lunch from Lunchland?
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale.
I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking.
Amanda, I kind of look like the scary sandwich lady. Oh, thanks. Speaking of single paths to the end, the aforementioned dungeon, which your party's stuck in, has an encounter at the end that's required in order to progress the campaign, and is hidden behind a secret door. Luckily, you found a guide online for messing with the module to make it less of a disjointed pile of BS. That's good.
Now's not the time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence.
The criminal? You mean
You heard about the stabbing in the police department's evidence room, right, pal?
Wizards of the Coast can't write quality for beans. Yeah, that's fair.
On the same day, a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot. Another detective was killed at the police department.
And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch. Pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly.
Same, Nick. That's not good design, is it? Wait, don't leave.
If you want to know more, head on down to the detention centre, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later.
He ran off to the evidence room.
Well, this investigation is off to a running start.
Okay, no one to bribe yet. I can't, Joe, though. I need it to bribe someone. Okay, detention centre. February the 23rd, detention centre. Visitors room. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they?
Yeah, I guess they did. Best not to go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing.
What was that?
Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator. I'll say I was perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'll say.
Oh, poor Mike Meekins.
Hi. Greetings, sir.
Wait, I know who you are.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
Officer Meekins. Sir, you're a guard here at the detention centre?
No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir.
Oh, I guess it. You're here to deliver a report?
No, sir. How should I say this? Wait, he isn't, is he? You, Officer Meekins, you didn't, did you?
Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? Yeah, you're right, Jay. He does look kind of sad, but it has to be done. Besides, we're playing as a lawyer. Do you think you're being character to care?
Now, this is an unexpected turn of events. Sir, I'm patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Sir? Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, so I went down to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir.
So normally there's a guard at the evidence room?
That's right, sir, because the evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall. Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Ooh. What the heck is this guy doing?
So what happened then?
After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention centre. How long were you out? Days?
Might I ask, what happened to your hand?
Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. Bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky.
Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office.
First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. You have to label me as a perpetrator or a victim, sir. Then label me the victim. My word, but you happen to be in detention, and alive and well at that.
Okay, I think we can find a solution here. What we need to do is, Detective Meekins can be released on custody, filleted into a steak dinner, and fed to Gumshoe. Everyone's happy. Okay, that got a bit dark.
Yes, that's true. Sir, I suppose you could say that.
Seriously though, his voice is hurting my throat.
Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I didn't know any detectives.
So if he was a total stranger, why'd you stab him?
Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. About your hand. Did that happen in the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir,
don't you think you should just confess?
But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared.
What?
Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir.
Yeah, his megaphone sound is kind of annoying. That one actually caught me off guard.
Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorry, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared.
That's some story. Okay. Sorry, I swallowed some of my own spit there. He looks kind of like a Lupin the Third character. Yeah, he does actually have those proportions, doesn't he?
Officer Meekins, have a look at this. Go ahead, sir. Laugh at me, sir. Huh? I know what you're going to say. You're going to tell me how she has one just like it.
Me? Why would I?
I know, sir. I know. I'm the only one without the only one without a girl with matching badges. Nowhere. I'm alone. All alone. Is that so wrong?
Okay, seriously, dude. Phoenix is old enough to be her... Well, probably not her father, but maybe like her uncle.
Life isn't all about high school sweethearts and youthful romance, sir. Is he talking about those badges on her codes? I'd like to think there's a difference between my badge and a fashion accessory.
Okay, this guy is definitely an incel.
Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this?
I'm sorry, sir. Really sorry, but I have no idea what that is.
Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir?
He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright.
It takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth.
Okay. See if I can get in the evidence room yet. Nope. So I guess it means I have to give Mr. Meekins here the correct piece of evidence. Show him some knives.
Mr. Meekins, this is for you. Gek, I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I just wanted you to take a look at it. That's it, sir. Last night. Sir, that's the one. I was an apple, sir, in my dreams, sir, and I was being peeled. What? On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot.
Okay, he hasn't got any idea what luminol is. Of course not. Oh, hey, covert operator, how's it going? You thought Meekins was just a one-off character in the one court case. Well, there you go. He's a recurring character in this one. He's also annoying as hell. And I'm not just saying that because his voice is hurting my throat, honest. Do you think you could take a look at this?
Hey! That's it, sir. That's it. That's it.
That's what?
My head was a blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened?
Correct. That card was the cause of it all. This ID card?
Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing can be more exact, sir. Nothing. I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Can you tell me what it is you do remember?
Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will.
I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he'd look suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card.
Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far.
That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What'd he do?
Yep, very annoying. Very high-key annoying.
That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me.
What?
Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him.
I can't blame the guy at all.
Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir.
Yep, incel. What happened then?
Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right.
So, Officer Meekins, why is it that they arrested you?
What do you mean, Emma?
Let's look at what we know. Yep, you're right, Nolus. He's extremely a cop. Ironically, the game's trying to portray him as a not really cop-like cop. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card.
In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim.
And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, Someone points a knife at him and he just jumps at it. Maybe he had flashbacks to his nightmares about being an apple. Flippin' Barney thief in here. We don't actually know if anyone actually died.
That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines.
Huh? But you just still ended up here.
They told me it happened to be him, sir. On that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly.
Oh, Barney Faith? Yeah, I don't know who that is, sorry.
No, but the videotape is quite clear.
Faith. Huh? Videotape?
From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime. I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me, on tape. It was me. It was all me.
And you waited until now to tell us this?
I'm really sorry, sir. I'll hand in my badge. I don't deserve it.
No cops deserve it.
No thanks, I have my own. Well, I guess we'd better go check out the crime scene.
Fife. Oh, Fife. Yeah, as in the... Yeah. As in, the Thane of Fife had a wife. Okay, and with that Shakespearean quote, we're getting the heck away from this guy. February the 23rd. Police Station Criminal Affairs Department. Who even let this idiot keep his megaphone? God knows. Maybe they didn't want it falling into anyone else's hands. I mean, that thing can only be used for evil. Also, hi, how you doing? Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the Chief Detective's desk.
It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all? You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats, under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The chief of detective looks a little flustered. Aha! Oh, righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir.
Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright?
Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him.
Sounds like an inquisition. Yeah, sorry about this, Nolis. I am getting a message on OBS that the stream's skipping frames, so it's not just you, presumably.
Yes, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look too good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, righto?
Okay, covert operator is as well.
Von Karma.
Well, I'm going to be finishing the stream soon anyway. Is it just the game that's skipping, or is it the webcam as well?
A legend, he was. Undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court he fixed it, so he was caught for forging evidence.
Oh, good. I was getting worried my voice is annoying.
Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence.
Oh no, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think my bandwidth might be a bit low. Oh, if it's just audio, maybe it's not the actual connection. I'll do some troubleshooting later this evening.
In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they just do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy.
Well, what?
It's downright odd, I tell you. I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. They're being the prosecutors, I assume.
You wonder what Ganton von Karma's history is? Good question. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible.
Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodwin was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says.
Stream is buffering a bit now and again, so sometimes you get a grey screen, and Covert Operator's getting that too.
What evidence is this?
It could be Twitch.
Now, righto, I can't give all our secrets away just like that.
Okay, I'm just going to get to the end of this conversation, then I'll call the stream anyway, because I need to make dinner for my dad.
And in this particular well, it's a little sensitive and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate about most of this stuff is hiding stuff. Secrets, can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job of keeping the chief of detective's trap shut.
Aha! Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier.
Huh? Oh, you saw that? Whoops. I wonder why it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do.
Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Okay, yeah, I'll just call the stream here then. Because obviously I've got to get dinner on and... Okay, save your save. I'll just find someone to raid them. As always, thanks for dropping by, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Okay, I'm just gonna find someone to raid and oh, thanks, Badger. Is that working? Oh my god. How long have my pyjamas been? Okay, I know how long my pyjamas have been there. They've been there the entire time. Sorry for leaving my pyjamas in the background. Oh, thanks. Obviously I've got D&D with Nick DMing later, so should be fun. Oh, hey, Kiara. Ah, sorry, you got here just in time for the stream to finish. Sorry about that. How are you doing today? Yeah. Crying, Kiara? That sucks. Right. Well, in any case, you streamed and raided someone. then went to me. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm finishing early today because I've got to make my dad dinner. You know, with the unpleasantness going on, I don't really want to leave him alone for too long. And I've got D&D later, so I don't really have time to eat at any other time. Yeah, I'm not too bad, everything considered. I had work this morning. And it went quite smoothly, so hopefully that bodes well for the rest of the weekend. Oh, I don't know if you know, but there's a new emoji. Okay. Looks like Twitch quite smoothly, so hopefully that bodes well for the rest of the weekend. Twitch is being kind of weird at the moment. I guess we'll raid Iggy Maid. Yeah, thanks everyone for coming. Sorry it's been kind of a short stream today. Sorry it ended just as you got here, Kiara. And in any case, I'll be back on Monday with more Night in the Woods. At the usual time. Obviously that's like the beginning of chapter 4, so I guess we might be wrapping it up. Hopefully I'll have my cosplay finished by then. Because I'm literally just on the verge of cutting out the ears and stitching everything together. But in any case, I hope everyone has a lovely evening. And I'll catch you next stream.